All right, good evening. Welcome to another week one Group D match between, in this case, Zelga and Cheffy, battling out for potential advancement and maybe to stave off elimination. This is maybe looking a little bit, precarious. Both Zelga and Cheffy are 0-1, so a win would be a phenomenal advance, hopefully, for either Zelga or Cheffy. The loser may not be eliminated outright, but we've definitely got a very big uphill battle to climb. It's going to be a really
Yeah,
exciting match. Very looking forward to it. I'm Claire Mouse. Yes, hello. We have the very professional and amazing Adirondack Rick here. How's it going, Rick, tonight?
absolutely wonderful. Uh, the loser of this match just really is not in a great position. Speaking of not being a great position, finding a spot that you need a bomb for.
Yeah, but the good news, I guess, at least Sanctuary is here in Kakariko. So, there's a lot of entrances here. There's a lot of potential in order to go find some resources. And of course,
Hmm.
somewhere in Kakariko start for Sank is always kind of nice. Zelda is reminding me, at least, again, that this is indeed Retrance. Oh, look here, look, the brick, there's bombs. And a single rupee to our name so far. Looks like Cheffy
Both runners
actually.
heading north, so yeah,
Yeah.
pretty similar start, except for only Zelga hasn't seen the Agina cave, which was located at the left guard collar.
Mm-hmm. Now, actually, yeah, you mentioned that she's kind of interesting. Sheffield unfortunately didn't get any drop here. It's only 50-50 shot. Maybe Zelga's. Oh, well, also I'm not gonna get anything. But yeah, the both of them just kind of get like the north row, I guess, of houses or entrances in Kakariko, and then they're gonna basically head straight on north. Not gonna do any more exploration. Maybe just gonna do things in waves.
Well, there's that guaranteed item out there in the mushroom spot. Maybe they're hoping that that's going to help give them something. Plus, they can do the
Mm-hmm.
tree pull, hoping to get some money for the bottle vendor.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good
Now,
point too.
this is a good scenario here for Sheffy because the one thing I was worried about is if this turned out to be the CAC well, because coming through here with zero, never mind.
Sheppy, you need to do things like 5 seconds earlier, so then we are prepared to see this tier one tree pull, which will just give you free bombs. But you're right though, Zelga, is the ever bunny scout, I guess. Always come prepared. Bringing his own bombs and just in case whatever
Never
situation is. You know
mind.
what? Okay, never mind. Zelga is an over prepared bunny. We do not apparently need any resources. We'll just go and everything will just be there waiting for us. No problem.
All right, so
Yes.
I think what we're going to see both runners do is scout out and see what we have at the tree, check out the house, and then double back to Spec Rock to see what the item is, as well as drop down to the bottom. All right, well,
Ooh.
we do need to either do some shenanigans or defeat Aga Tower.
I cannot wait. By the way, so Zelga actually in one of his
Wait, wait,
most
wait, wait,
recent.
wait,
Yes,
wait,
yes. Wait.
wait.
Yes. What am I
That
waiting for?
home's vanilla.
It is. Oh. Okay. Well, we clearly need to re-roll this because we were guaranteed that all of the entrances were shuffled.
I know, right?
Where's my money back? Where's the manager of? Is it Tonka? Is it Lazy Kid? I would like to
It's
speak.
Herfy.
Oh, it's Herfy.
It's
Okay, I
Herfy.
understand. You're right. We should wake him up. What time is it?
It's
1 a.m. over there.
104.
Okay, in Germany. That's so. I assume Herpy is sound asleep. Now, I am. Is Zelga actually gonna pick this up? I don't know if he's gonna. Okay, I would have been very surprised if Zelga's pick up this blue mail. He
Yeah.
is certainly quite known for not picking up any safeties before that mirror.
You wish you had a glove at this point. So yeah, just bringing up the whole blue mail aspect. You don't like seeing the blue mail early. I know there are some runners who would love to see the blue mail early, but these kind of runners in this kind of mode, you don't really want to see the mail early because it takes away death warping. And Sheffy's the first to Hotel Mario.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, GG. That's any victory is considered a something for the record books. So
4 minutes and 2 seconds. We're already finishing. We
it's a
already have our
very
winner.
it's a very very strong thing. And I was half actually expecting Zelda to starting in Link's house, see the heart container, he just would have like reset, and then start again, then never open that chest. But so it should be fine. You did mention Death warping is going to be a bit, in this case, faster for Zelda, just because he doesn't have that blue mail. But next to Heart Container, I'm going to make things a little bit slower. We have a lamp already. Okay, suddenly, let's go. Let's go
That
explore in the
lamp
dark.
that lamp makes me wonder. And the reason why that makes me wonder is because if we find a key shop or find a wild key somewhere,
We're
that
just
means
supposed
that
to
the Dark Cross will be in logic.
Dark Cross. If we ever find Aga Tower, that can also be in logic. Yeah, yeah. You know this is Retrance, universal small keys. Forget about I gotta the pain point of finding 2 Castle Tower keys to go beat Aga 1. No. Everything now is in logic. You actually see on the tracker the Dunka kind of has put together. Uh, the game just assumes that you have all of the small keys for the dungeon. So everything, including like 6 key lock pod, hopefully you got enough money to afford all of the different, and your key ring's big enough.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some hula handing coming up here in order to help
Mhm.
raise our funds for what Retrance does to us.
Yeah, that's true. We do get a little bit of extra cash, at least, a paltry sum for a meager beginning. We can't all be beggars, especially this early. I will say, though, this is a bit stingy, even for Rushman Seed or a regular one. Zelga was able to farm out 1 rupee from the Waterfall Fairy inside.
Woo.
Yes.
Zelga would normally win, but Cheffy does have 5 extra rupees.
Exactly. And he got Hotel Mario. Rick, how randomized is the seed? Okay, we're here in Castle Tower. We just took a slightly different entrance, here. But somehow, did you were you also saying something about Castle Tower, Rick?
I did say something about Castle Tower,
Or
but
not
this is
Castle
not
Tower, Dark
Castle
Cross?
Tower.
Yes. Did you say something about Dark Cross? I meant Dark Cross.
Yeah, but at least now we can get to Dark Cross the conventional way, as opposed to, oh my gosh, you're gonna have to back through the back of 3 of Escape in order to see what that item is, and it could just very well be the item that helps progress this logic.
It's true. It's true.
As
Now,
you and I both know, Clear Mouse, from watching a lot of entrance races, it
yeah.
comes down to the bottlenecks and who gets bottlenecked least.
Least and fewer number of times. Sometimes they can be self-inflicted. More often than not, it's probably the game's fault. Don't worry. We. By the way, when you earlier you say we, you say we, right? So Cheffy is the one with the lamp. Now I have no doubts that Zelga will have no problems getting through Dark Cross. He has a spoiler title for one. Low entrance. He also has several entrance titles. However, given that Cheffy has the lamp, so he probably will go to Dark Cross Zelda. I don't know if he will necessarily do that. Right. We'll see.
As we get our second big key of the game. First one was Thieves Town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, well, based on the fact that Zelga has, yes, intentionally taken damage, looks like we are interested actually in either continuing in Higher Castle or at least going to Dark Cross.
Yeah, it's going to be either or situation. I mean, at the very minimal, you want to see where these entrances go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, speaking of though, Cheffy, actually gonna take a explore Hyrule Castle mid, which is actually just Graveyard Lodge, which is not gonna be very useful right now. Or ever, probably. I can't really think of such a scenario where you want to actually. Maybe you want to go to King's Tomb later, for a slightly faster way over there. I don't know.
It does eliminate a mirror spot, so there is a
Oh, that's true.
little
Okay,
bit
you're right.
of
You're right.
usefulness there.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. Sometimes it's not about the positive value; it's about the elimination or anti-positive value. I won't say negative value because these things sometimes, even if they're considered to be, not useful or or junk things, right? The fact that you've already marked that location off on your map tracker or something, right? So you don't have to go back there again, which actually does overall does save you time. Ooh,
Get
all
our
right. Well,
third
that.
big key of the game, Turtle
Mm-hmm.
Rock. And we see Zelga resorting to bombs. Questions on
Yeah.
iframes game.
Yeah. Sometimes the bombs don't always behave the way that you want. But yeah, you can actually kind of see, like the difference of approach that Cheffy has versus Zelda, just because we have a lamp on one side and a power outage on the other side. However, don't bother to adjust your screen. Zelda, I'm sure, will get that lamp, as soon as he manages to scrounge enough money to pay his bills. Ooh, Zelda, uh, taking the entrance exit out of Graveyard Ledge. Oh, we're gonna go straight to. Oh, we have no glove. Okay. uh,
I have a feeling
yes.
that was an oops. I have a feeling that
Everything's
was an
fine.
oops right there.
Everything's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right. You know what? I'm sure this entrance is not important at all. What's back here anyway? See, it's see exactly. It's not important. Zelda just big brain the fact that we didn't even need this entrance immediately, nor could we do anything about it.
Hey, Sour Para.
Yeah. Okay, we got our first dungeon. Cheffy, yeah, we're gonna pick up. It's almost like a Take Any Cave, right? Just a heart container.
Oh, that's right. We haven't seen any of those yet.
Maybe we'll come over here. Nope. Okay. Well, what's over here? I guess Zelda's gonna just drop down. I assume.
Yeah, it's faster to just walk down than to walk up, walk back out.
Now, it's kind of interesting. So you mentioned that we just saw Tower of Hera on Cheffy's side, right? So with that lamp, right, and the fact that we currently don't have a small key, but we could have a small key somewhere eventually. You know,
Yeah, we
I'm
haven't
looking
seen
at
any
that.
shops, and we haven't seen any universal keys discovered yet.
But you know, I'm looking pretty suspiciously at that basement that everyone I'm sure absolutely loves. That's what I've heard always about Hera basement. Some people even have an emote for it. Can you believe that, Rick?
Making
But, you know,
emotes of
to-
places in the game that you love so much?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that thought.
Oh, we haven't come across Spiral Cave yet. Don't worry, Rick. Oh no, well,
Yes,
Chefy's
we
on the
did.
bottom of it.
On
You're
the
right.
bottom of it.
Chevy, yes, right. You're absolutely correct. When we get to the top, we will try and really emphasize the value of Spiral Cave as soon as they finish walking through it. Alright, just a red rupee on Lake Hylia Island.
And Swamp
okay.
Palace has been
Yeah.
discovered. And Zelda found one of his favorite keys, the Eastern Big.
Yes. You mean Cheffy, right? Cheffy has found the Eastern Big somewhere?
Oh, right. It's Cheffy who did. It was in the Agina cave there.
Right. Yeah.
All right. We find a connector.
You mean you just forgot the word palace, right? After this favorite dungeon.
I do believe I used the words I did.
Yeah.
First take any.
That's right. Got another heart container out of it. Oh, well, speaking, we're just gonna go dungeon hopping here. You know, so Zelga's actually on a dungeon discovery tour because we found swamp and then we found Eastern and we found desert and Zelga's gonna go steal the key. Much more commonly seen thing to do in Retrance.
What entrance did we just see from Chef? Yeah, it was a desert. Was that left or right?
Let's go with right. Was that from Sick Kid? Is that I was too busy watching Zelda. Nope out of Eastern.
It was the shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna find all of our pyramid. Oh no, this is where Zelda was earlier. That's right.
Hey, the Take Any sword.
All right. Well, it's not.
All right, this entrance up here that Chef is about to get is either the lumberjack or useless fairy.
It is a lumberjack, and it's it was red. How pointy / rod-like did you think that that red looked like?
It didn't look
Hopefully
like a rod.
it wasn't. Okay.
I know it wasn't a rod. My question was whether or not it's the cane, but I don't think it
yeah.
was.
Oh yeah. I was trying to think of
It
something
may
that
have
was
just
like
been a
more
rupee.
circular. 20.
So
Okay.
that means useless fairies at Ganon. So
that's a good sign.
Yay.
It's a good sign. I mean, that means at least that we don't have to defeat Agatu. I guess unless you really, really need that heart refill at the end of something, I guess.
Or the trip to the pyramid.
Or the trip. Yes, that is. Oh, that's true. That's true. Hopefully, it won't come down to that. So in order to go beat Agatu just for a trip over the pyramid. I mean, it definitely could happen. This is Retrance. Interest. We don't really control these things. Actually, you mentioned this case. Potentially about Aga 1. I mean, so Zelda in one of his other recent cross-key seed actually did Armos Shake Storage. It was very impressive.
So there's one of our force outs, as that takes us to laser or to bump. Floating Island, that's the name of it.
Yes, uh-huh.
So we're probably gonna have to come back there with the mirror at some point in time
Okay.
because nice bomb throw, Zelga. Zelga, this is not the time to emulate my skills.
I don't know. Well, I mean, he is a bunny. I mean, he's trying, I think, real hard, you know,
Maybe that's what the
to
problem
make you.
is. Whoa! I did
Yeah.
not expect that clink. The
That was actually
arrow
really
with the
cool.
bomb
You know what? The
explosion.
bomb is very versatile, apparently. Alright, by the way, okay, so we're actually just hitting all our dungeons fast and hard because we've also just found Thieves Town. So collectively, Zelga and Cheffy has found like 6 dungeons together.
We also know something else about Thieves Town, as you can see.
It's true. We do have a C at the top. No, is not the compass, unfortunately. I don't think we've seen it yet, but it is a crystal. Did Zelga skip Spiral Cave? I don't think so. I hope not.
No.
I think at least I've only seen this Spiral Cave bottom, so they couldn't
Yeah,
necessarily
we've
even
only
get
seen
that.
Spiral Bottom. Okay, so that's desert left.
Okay, I was 50-50s, you know? They're just
I
so hard
mean,
to get
yes.
right.
Oh,
but
to
we got
Thieves
the boots in Thieves Town. Bless. Alright, 15.5-minute boots. This is great. Okay, what does Cheffy do? I guess Cheffy...
We have the big key, so we're gonna finish
Oh,
it.
we do have the big key. How did I miss? We had the big key. You're right. Oh, we have no small key and no hammer. So, but I mean, it's a crystal. So, and you mentioned before. So, like the record or the the tournament life for both Cheffy and Zelga, it would really benefit them if they have a win. And maybe against Zelga, Cheffy maybe is willing to do something a little bit more aggressive.
And honestly, I think if you take a look at a runner who would need the win more, it's going to be Cheffy because Cheffy still has to face Matt.
True. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Cheffy, he's facing Zelga tonight. Oh my gosh, it's the hook shot.
Shot.
All right, so this is a great find for Zelga. Of course, not only put in.
It's not the boots. I mean, you want the boots early on. And we've seen some cross case race. You've commentated some, I've commentated some. We've played, we've seen, we've dealt. We've
cried,
has
we've
the
walked.
boots for like a 40-minute difference, and it turns into absolute pain. Zelga probably going, why, once he finds that desert pig right there, but...
Yeah, well, the fact is we also found Desert Back, right? With the big key, we have a lamp. We are missing a very important bow that I would and a shop, I guess. You want to go find a quiver, but I guess that is actually a dungeon. Excuse me, we don't know if it's a crystal or a pendant yet, but that is something that Zelga can also do as well. But I think the more notable thing for me though was that Cheffy has no glove. That's also very notable.
It's also very notable that we don't have gloves yet, so we can't lift this rock.
Yes, we have to do this room the old pot way. Let's just throw things at everything. But I mean, Cheffy was over at Desert. He did find the same connector that Zelga did, and I guess in this case opted to not do. Probably because he didn't have a key, right? Because he didn't do a key steal. So yeah, these small keys. We're really kind of we're starved a little bit here in terms of just raw resources. Not necessarily for bombs because those are pretty plentiful, but as you mentioned before, we haven't seen any shop, right? No arrows, no keys.
Oh,
this room is awful. Nobody likes conveyor belts, okay? Oh my gosh! Oh no.
I think Cheffy probably really wishes he had that thing that Zelga currently has.
I was just thinking that too. It's like I bet Cheffy would really love the hook shot. Or
blind touch.
Yeah, Zelga's actually just racking up all these five item keys. Got Hype Cave earlier. We got Blind Set. I mean, we can also maybe see a little bit of a difference between all the safety and heart containers that Zelga's skipped versus Cheffy, who's picked up everything. That's quite the number of parts here.
It wouldn't be a clear mouse commentary without the sirens.
That was just a little siren, It's still early. It's just a tiny one. Oh no, please. Oh no, Cheffy.
One more. There we go. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, suddenly we went from like, oh, we're just gonna waltz through this boss fight, no problems at all, to oh my gosh, we're almost dead. Oh my gosh, where's the double heartbeats?
Hey, there's our key shop and arrow shop.
right, Zelda, just cleaning out here, you know, spending like it's 2024. I'm actually one. I
And
think it's a pretty good purchase, certainly. You know, you still got a little bit of money left over for maybe another potential key, something just in case. And the fact that he has Eastern Big Key, the fact that he has found Eastern, maybe is
the
an
kid
occasion, you know?
behind the boots.
We don't have a bottle yet. I bet Cheffy, in addition, honestly, like, you know, because we also found the bug net, you know, a bottle I think would be quite beneficial, just in terms of safety.
Mm-hmm.
We're just getting all the desert locations, and Cheffy still doesn't have a key. Oh no.
That's correct.
Did we
And
get the torch check? I don't remember.
and here's another question. Cheffy did not find, according to the tracker, did not find Hype Cave in Cack Village.
Yeah, I think he hasn't gone south. I mean, that was those. I think Zelga did a more thorough job of Kakariko, maybe prioritizing the rest of
Mhm.
the entrances. Yeah, so Cheffy. Okay,
And that
yeah.
was located at the South Tavern.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, here we are.
Well, he's gonna get it
Maybe.
now.
Yeah. Was there a
There
key
we
in
go.
here?
Never mind. No worries here. Although
Would you just go
you
straight back? Or
moaned just a little bit. I think you go back once you get a key. I don't think you just jump in just for the one check. Once you get the key so you can check the right side. Which he
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
will once he finds the key shop that's to the south.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, the fact that you mentioned like the fact that both Zelga and Sheffy were there without the Desert Palace Bicky and then getting it basically immediate afterwards. But yeah, like it's gonna be one side for the big chest of ice, or can't look at ice, desert, and desert right side for Sheffy. I mean, that's certainly a bit more tempting for him because there's 3 items there as opposed to Zelda, which is, you know, I don't want to, you know, he doesn't even have the boots, you know, he doesn't want to walk all the way to Desert Palace Big Chest. That is a very long trek.
Yeah. I think you'll probably be getting him in just a short order here, as he will be heading south, and that Thieves' Town will be his next destination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he, okay, well, we're here. He does have a spare small key. However, we're still bereft of that hammer, which means that
Yeah.
for both, yeah, Zelga and Sheffy, we're not gonna be able to get that Thieves Town big chest, but you know, I'm sure,
Which means that both runners will last to locate that pretty
That's right.
much at
That's
this
right. Yeah,
stage.
yeah. You talked about earlier, you know, like is a number try to keep bottlenecks, you know, as low as possible, right? Or who gets bottlenecked the least. If they're both even here, you know, it's all good. I mean, it's maybe not all good per se, but you know, it's all at least even.
All right, Sheffy doing a 2-key purchase as opposed to Zelga's 1.
Mhm. So both of them were at least, you know, rich enough to go and afford the quiver, you know. So when we, in this case, get get the bow, we'll be all set to go. Well, I mean, all set may be a bit of a stretch given, you know, the funding situation, especially on Sheffy's side, since we have to do kind of deplete our current life savings for just a couple of keys. I'm sure we'll go find money elsewhere, right?
Well, Sheffy still has the hula hand to his as an
Oh,
option.
true. I'm
All
actually
right,
not sure
here we
how.
go.
Oh, okay. So we have to come back here with the key. Yeah, I bet Sheffy's gonna do, and he's gonna be able to get his free key on Compass Chest, and then his hook shot.
All right, so it's just a piece of heart that Zelga's missing in that chest.
I'm actually trying to think how many people I've seen in Retrance seeds, or even entrance for that matter, to do Houlihan like mid game, you know, or maybe, you know, like later than early game. You know, some people I know Houlihan start, especially for cross keys earlier, was like the thing that everybody did, right? It kind of got, you know, a little bit less favorable, you know, as time went on and like the meta changed a bit. But I mean, for Retrance, it's actually very good. You know, it's probably a good investment. But you know, maybe at some point you're just kind of hoping you're gonna show up with a bunch of 300s.
You know what I'm actually thinking?
What are you thinking, Rick?
That hook shot. You know what it does for us right now?
Uh,
Oh,
I'm
hi there.
thinking. I'm thinking. We're back in Dark World. Does it let us hook over to the other side of the mountain? Where do you do that? Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Look at this gamer Zelga. He remembers he has no glove. He probably that lesson earlier that when he jumped down from Graveyard Ledge to try and do the back of escape, maybe stuck with him long enough for him to remember that he cannot lift this rock here because he is still gloveless.
Once in a while, people learn things, and
That's
that's exactly
right.
where Cheffy's going, right back to the mountain,
Yeah, this makes sense.
following that hook shot.
I mean, I really much like the like the chain here, or like the direction that Cheffy's taking, because you some of these items can give you a lot of extra discovery, right? Gives you a lot more openness for different things that you want to go explore, and this is hookshot's definitely one of those items. Okay, let's see in this case. Hopefully Zelga's gonna have a less scary time with blind. I did hear it was a scripted fight. Maybe that Master Sword is gonna make all the difference.
Oh, we're also going to cheat Hera
Ooh, I did not think about Hera.
for a
Do you
pendant.
think? I was gonna ask, do you think he's gonna do Hera basement?
when in Rome.
Oh, he's gonna do Hera basement. All right, let's hope in this case it's gonna be a good time investment.
At this point in time, now that I don't know if Cheffy intended on using the key, but once he got pushed into the door there with the help or no help of the enemies, now you got to go through with it. All right, Zelga's checking south side. This is a new check for us.
Yeah, Mini Moldorm Cave, especially without a flute, is kind of awkward to get to, just because it's not really close to anything. Oh, we got another connector. And I know that there's always some hesitancy of finishing the rest of South Shore if you don't have a glove, right? You don't want to go to Ice Rock Cave area just so you can isolate the thing, but we are not going to buddy walk anymore. We're just going to go straight over. It's fine. Uh-oh, Cheffy! Well, he has blue mail. He should be okay.
Well, he's still one hit from death here. You gotta be careful with the staff.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Ooh, it's a map.
Best key ever.
That's right. Now,
best map ever.
We have we have pendant knowledge. The Hera is one. Maybe Eastern is another pendant. And then we'll never have to go in, at least from Zelga's perspective. Okay, Zelga found Graveyard Ledge at the dam location, and I don't think I saw anything very exciting as the item. Oh, you know what? We found Ice Palace too? Okay, this is like all our dungeons, except maybe the back of Skullwoods.
Oh, King of Samaria and Hera!
Oh, okay, well, that also confirms that Lumberjack location is not the King of Samaria. Maybe it's just a red rupee after all.
It's a red rupee at this point. There's nothing it can be that's not. Zelga can take that book over here to the desert entrance.
Maybe the fact that Cheffy saw the Hera as a pendant, maybe it makes them think that, you know what, if I don't have to come back here, if there's something in Hera Big Chest, force me to come back here with the big key, right? I'll just sequence break it for now since I'm here.
And again, when in Rome.
Exactly, yeah. Rome would be really great if we had a hammer, or a sword, or anything that would actually kill, Moldorm faster. Okay, that was actually very scary last phase there. But we got it done.
It's a hair container, and it's our blue pendant, so it's not the green.
Yeah, actually, we haven't found Saha yet either, so that's true.
No. And that's why I brought up the green pendant aspect. Okay, so Zelga's gonna check the desert big chest right away here.
Okay. I mean, it's if nothing else, it's his peace of mind, and the fact that it was just so close, All
right, here we go. Hookshot checks coming up here for Cheffy. So we do know a couple of things because of that Canis Mario location. And that more pertains to where the Hera Big can't be.
Yeah, anywhere that is Somaria, so I guess it can't be on Vitreous. It can't.
Ha!
Nice location. I
Okay.
demand that we shake this seed up a little bit more. You know how you have like shake and bake, and sometimes you don't shake enough before you bake, and then you just get all these like clumps. I kind of feel like we need to do a little bit more shaking here. We're getting all these connectors into Dark World. Rick, where is our pearl? I feel like having all this access, feels like the pearl should be out there, ready to be obtained.
I mean, it's possible, but Chicken Hut here could have it over here.
True.
But instead, it's just a blue rupee.
Could have been more arrows if only we had an actual bow to use them.
It's not going to be that easy.
No. Some things come very, very, very easily. Some things do not. It's not that bad of a location for Spike Cave, but the fact that Spike Cave is so bad. Cheffy honestly almost has enough hearts to just brute force it. We don't, not that we have a hammer or a glove to actually get through, but the fact that we have 11 hearts, that's pretty close. Zelga, chasing the Desert Palace. I think he's doing this right now.
Hi, Bombos.
Yes, hello, on the mountain. That's mirror locked. Okay, Thieves and Palace of Darkness are 5-6. I was also gonna say that Zelga maybe Zelga's doing this now, so he can't possibly be tempted to use the bow later. We're just gonna use the Master Sword. It might be a little bit longer of a fight, but at least it won't cost him any money.
Alright, so it turns out that nothing at this point was behind that hook shot, although we haven't seen where the old man takes us, so that still could be the possibility.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't done old man. We haven't started at the old man's input point. We haven't seen him, and we also haven't seen the back. So, all right, Zelga is doing his absolute best, using the sword beams, maybe to get a little bit more projectiles, using the bombs, that he knows that are just plentiful in this seed. We're trying real hard.
Well, that's not going to help us right now. That will help us if we get a mirror, but since we don't have one right now, it's not going to do us any good. What did we just get off? I know we just got a crystal, but what did we just get off our Lambo the friend there?
We got 50 rupees, the equivalent of 10 arrows that we can't actually use. But it is a crystal,
5.
So 5. Right. My everyone is time. Yes, that's right. It's not 5 arrows, it's 10 arrows, or it's 10 rupees.
Oh, that's right. The hookshot also unlocks this entrance too. Now we can go through Bumper.
Good observation. Completely forgot about this. And yes, this is only a hookshot or bump or cape locked. Like if you have one or the other. I think actually is maybe a little bit more common like gotcha, right? I don't know if people necessarily like knew that offhand, but yes, it was definitely a very much a thing. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, hi Agate Tower.
Well, hello. Yes. Hello, Pearless Agate Tower. I guess we're here. We don't have anything else better to do. See, the situations like this where Zelga's like, yes, thank goodness I didn't pick up Blue Mail. This would have been taken forever,
Oh. Yeah, okay, so we have seen Eastern, and it is a crystal.
Alright, okay. Yeah, Zelga found Eastern very early, as expected from him, and he just noped right on out. Yeah, so Chef is gonna kind of retrace some of Zelga's earlier discoveries. We're gonna just basically find, our dungeon tour. But yeah, you saw Cheffy thinking about it. He was thinking about it real hard before he decided nope on an Eastern as well. It's like, oh, but he's really close, to having to have fully completable Eastern. What is behind Lumberjack? Lumberjack has Ganon today, so we at least have the boots.
It's a Ganon at Lumberjack today, because why not?
It is a little unfortunate that Zelda only has, the one key. So, I mean, he can do these checks, right? Certainly not like it's within logic because you don't really have that pearl, but it would have been kind of nice, right, to just be able to finish it, while you were here. But we'll just come back for it. It's okay.
Are you sure it's okay?
No, but I have a lot of copium. Whenever I watch these guys play, entrance, because you just have to. There are some things you just have to stomach, in order to continue on with the scene.
Speaking of things you need to stomach, here we go. Spear one
Yeah.
check of the potion shop.
Oh my gosh, you're right, Rick. Oh, we have not been here for. Oh, it's just
Nope.
okay. So Cheffy
Nothing
actually
special.
but Cheffy's using Kano Samaria actually to try and get a more creative fight over here with Lanulas. Kind of nice. That's something that Zelga has not sequence broke up Hera to go get from Compass Chest. I also think it's kind of nice sometimes. Well, okay, maybe nice is not the right word, but you're kind of used to maybe a certain length for MSU tracks, for especially for bosses, because well, you're not usually there for very long until you have to go fight something with a little bit, like you gotta MacGyver together a boss fight or something with like a paperclip and I don't know, like a pen.
That's never mind.
Okay.
I thought that was going to be something special, but it turned out just to be. Well, I mean, it could still be special, but it doesn't feel as special.
Yeah. I mean, it is a boot slot location.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's okay. I know that both Cheffy and Zelga have made good progress. We've got crystals done, gotten, stuff that we found. But I mean, like, where are these bigger items? Where's the pearl? Where's the hammer? Where's the glove? Like, where are these things?
You see, Clear Mouse.
I'm trying.
We still have 2 Spear 1 entrances that we haven't checked yet.
2 of them, huh?
Yep. And I think Zelga might be beelining for them.
Oh, you're right.
Because these are the 2 entrances that you want to have a glove,
right,
so you can check
yeah.
all 3 of them for. Unfortunately, this game says no.
Oh, look at this thing that Cheffy's gonna work here. So he's here in Casa Tower with 2 keys. His death warp is gonna be a little bit longer because he does have blue mail and 3 more hearts in Zelga. Yes, that's true. But the fact that he doesn't have to come back here, right? And he can just continue on his way into when he gets to Dark Cross or Dark Maze, is gonna actually be a good amount of time save.
Nope. Alright, so we're gonna grab some money here. Does Zelga think about going to Zora in this position now that we've seen that we can grind for rupees here?
Oh.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
It's a hard ask, but... Alright, so I think we've kind of eliminated it now. Zelga's gonna have to do what Zelga doesn't want to do. Hi, Eastern.
Brick, this is not the path to Eastern. Do you see what kind of desperation locations that Zelga is going to?
But that's the logical answer.
I don't know if you necessarily saw what happened in Game 1. So Game 1 had a hookshot in Eastern, and of course the big key, or bow or whatever, like completely buried elsewhere, right? So it was required to be Eastern. Zelga 100% stuck to his principles and tried to do everything in his power to not go back to Eastern before the big key.
I mean, I understand it, but logically there's something in Eastern that he needs. That both of these runners need.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think is in Easter that will help us unlock the rest of the scene? I mean, do you think it's the pearl? Do you think it's a glove? We already do have boots, right? So.
I mean, what does the glove do? It unlocks 3 entrances right now. I think it might be the mirror, or this is a heck of a sequence break.
Well, we got a
Sick Kid.
Yes, that's also Sick Kid location is not sequence broken, but this bottle certainly is. And we're gonna get a connector. That's gonna lead us away from here. Yeah, he's trying real hard to go find the bow.
I mean, I understand it. I totally understand it. It's just what we know is that there's going to be something logical. It could be a mirror.
It could be a mirror. Yeah, it could be a mirror. It could be...
Or we find a night. Hi, glove. Hi, glove.
Were you saying something about that mirror? So we found bombos on Spec Rock as well. We are missing several things that could get us other several things. Okay, I mean, it's a respectable attempt, at Aga Hall of Fame.
And we
We also
do
found Turtle Rock,
find
by the way.
Turtle Rock right. And because we do have the big key, we can at least get over to here. Now, the one unfortunate thing is, with the Cane of Samaria just around the corner, you're not going to be able to get to the laser bridge at this point. And even when Zelga finds the Cane of Samaria, he can't come back easily.
Yeah. I mean, this was already through like 2 different connectors. Basically, didn't get over
And he's
here.
not going to. I think at this point you are going to probably set yourself up so you get over here to the left.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at Zelga's equipment loadout right now. Like, I'm gonna assume that he's gonna be okay with trying to kill this Pokey for another key. Like, I don't know how bad he feels, already. Like, so there have been 2 kind of situations, or 2 incidents so far where Zelga maybe did not feel like he was at his best performance. Where one is hopping off a graveyard ledge and then trying to get to the back of escape without the glove, and then the 2 was unfortunately did not have enough keys, right, to go finish Aga Tower like what Cheffy's doing right now. So he's gonna have to go back for that, and we just don't really have that much funding so far in order to kind of get us that many keys. Like, I would feel really bad if we just kind of stumbled upon Pot, With this kind of key situation, it's not really something that you probably want to, face. You don't really want to make that decision. This is a lot of blue balls, by the way, Rick.
Yes, it is. I've noticed that.
Good thing it's at least required, so you're like, okay, Ganon's behind this. I have to beat this. I know that Zelga's at least gonna have to do this.
Right.
Zelga's not gonna go any further.
So, at this point in time, if Zelga decides he's gonna check Turtle Rock left, that tells me that he's not going into Hera at this point, but he is going to consider going into Hera. Okay, yep, we're going to Hera. We're gonna get the Cane of Samaria.
Well, I hope he goes up. So we do have Fire Source, but he has this 1 key. I don't know if he's gonna actually spend it in Hera basement. Like, we did find, I think it was the Eastern map or something. Yeah, I mean, Zelga's not gonna miss it. He doesn't know what's down there, but he, again, only has 1 key. I don't know if he wants to save it.
Alright, so Cheffy is about to discover Ice Palace over here. This is another check that we saw from Zelga earlier that Cheffy is now getting to, so we're not going to get any new information at this point in time. But based on everything that I've seen so far in this seed, there's something inside of Eastern.
No.
And seeing that glove there on the floating island, does
it make you think it's the mirror?
Believing it's going to be the mirror.
That makes actually a lot of sense as well, because then we can also, because we have a way up the mountain, right? And and we can also get bombos while we're up there, and it would also give us logical access. Oh no, we don't have a hammer yet, at least, but yeah, like, but we can get a lot of stuff, right? Like the mirror would unlock. The fact that we have so many Dark World connectors already, means that we can also do mirroring and bunny walking at the same time. So yeah, the mirror, it is definitely a very playable item. Makes the game very playable in entrance modes. I think, as recognized by Shady,
And there's been a lot of cases where the winner who comes out ahead is the one who gets the mirror earlier, so that way they can actually find decent things in decent orders.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the mirror really lets you have a lot of efficiency, especially between like light world and dark world. I mean, in addition to like dungeons and such, but it really kind of makes you regret maybe you bunny walking, on the earlier side, because you're like, okay, well now I gotta redo all this in the light world, now too, or I gotta go back into the dark world to go back into the light world, type of thing. So. Okay,
Alright, so we're gonna check Bonk Rocks here for Cheffy.
Oh, right, okay. Did we check the Bonk Rocks near Link's house? Do you remember?
Yes, we did. That's where Sick Kid is.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Right. You're right. I would feel maybe a little bit bad for Zelda in that his race against Matt, also had something required in Eastern. And
I know.
it would be kind of nice maybe if Zelga, didn't have to begrudgingly go through, the whole Retrance Invitational, without having something in the Eastern. But I'm just.
It's just luck at that point in
Oh, of
time.
course. Oh, of course, yeah, yeah. I
It,
mean,
it, it, it it's really bad luck that they draw the seeds, put the things that you tend to play against in the seeds that you play.
yeah. Just also giving, Zelga a bit of a hard time. Like we do meme, like, especially me, I meme a lot, for Zelga, basically never going into Eastern. But it is kind of, I think funny that it seems to be happening a little bit more frequently in
Yeah.
this temporal locality.
I mean, it gets really. It's like you sit there as a runner, you want Zelga always get bailed out by not checking Eastern so much. Then you realize it's a part of the luck component,
Oh,
really,
for
that comes
sure, for
down to
sure.
it. The reason why Zelga is able to get bailed out by not going into Eastern is because luck is on his side, that there's nothing important inside of that Eastern. In this case, again, we know because we've already done pretty much elimination of everything else that's open to us that there's something inside of that Eastern.
Yeah, for sure. And you actually bring up a very good point. Like this game, is versatile and randomized enough, right? Such that there's no way that you're going to be able to check everything, right? Basically, with maximum efficiency, right? So you gotta kind of pick and choose what your battle, like which location you're gonna prioritize, which ones you're going to favor, and sometimes the ones that you favor are gonna work out for you because that's where the item is.
Cheffy
No,
left
Chef.
15 cents on the floor.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious now about this because initially I was like, well, maybe he wants extra cash. Maybe he wants to go buy a couple extra keys because we're really, tightening up our belts a lot.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's
Nice.
Eastern time.
It is Eastern time.
All right. What are we going to get?
I mean,
I
we think
still
mirror, right?
strongly believe it's going to be the mirror. I could be proven wrong.
It could be something that certainly could lead to a mirror. Like we could, as you mentioned, we can get one glove, our first glove, right? We can get 3 bombs here.
That's blue.
We can
but
get a
not the blue
vanilla
we're
bow.
looking for.
We can also get a pearl.
And we do know we have to do Eastern. It's a crystal. We know it's one of our 5. It's not one of our 5, 6. One of our crystals, though.
Zelga is trying real hard though to avoid to see what's in here. I mean, and to his credit,
Fire rod.
We have a fire rod. What does this unlock?
Ice Palace.
Oh, great. I love going into ice. Well, okay, we got a lot of health. It's okay, I think. Master sword should be fine. It should be fine. But like
we still got 3 more checks.
We do. Yeah, you're right. The fire rod does not have to be the only thing that's here.
Zelga's gonna do Tomb Raider.
We have powder.
Powder!
Oh, you know what? Oh, but that's magic bat locked. Okay. Zelga. See, this is how Zelga can get away with so much. It's because he is so versatile. He can basically just bypass anything that he wants, and still be able to do this. Until he is absolutely has no other options whatsoever. Like he can even sequence break Zora if he really wants to. He just has to farm up a little bit of extra cash. I don't know if he wants to, but it is an option.
I mean, we at least know that there's that grinding cave there outside.
Oh, the 50 rupee.
So we do know where we can keep getting rupees.
Yeah. No, cheffy actually does the Dark Square pot key. Normally it may be a little bit more questionable to do in Retrance just because it takes a long time to go get the key. But however, I'm fully on board with this decision because where is the money?
Well, that and also the fact that right now cheffy has 1 key to
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like he even had to hula hand mid-game, like at 40 minutes, right, or something, in order to try to get a couple of extra dollars. And the seed has been, very, very economical. So we've got really had to.
It's been a pain in the economical ass.
That's right. Magic Bat is back of escape, which is glove locked.
Yeah, so we can't do Magic Bat just yet. So whatever it is we're looking for now, the attention turns to Ice Palace.
I'm kind of maybe surprised that Cheffy is like just not beelining it. Maybe he's willing to do something else. Do you think we can do that bunny pocket something with the fire rod? To get to the back of Skullwood's entrance? I don't know if anybody actually knows it. It's like you can use the fire rod as a bunny. It's not like Zelga actually has it, but I guess it was maybe an option if we actually got back there. Since he's decided to sequence break Skullwoods at this point.
Yep, continuing on the commitment to stay away from Eastern. And maybe Zelga has this payout if he finds a bow.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's the whole point. It says, you know what, or he'll just find a flute. It's fine, you know?
Flute doesn't do anything as far as opening up locations, but it's going to make traveling around this world a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
And oh good, it's not South Block Woods.
We'll see in this case what Cheffy or sorry, like what is in Ice Palace. You know that Cheffy will eventually be able to go to. You know that Zelga right now can't. Because right now, like the fire rod, like does as you said, unlock one dungeon, and it's got a lot of stuff in it. We don't have the big key, so maybe it's just maybe in the front as well. But I mean, like the longer that gives that Cheffy kind of not does Ice Palace, will kind of give it will give basically Zelga more time to go find the bow. Now, for what it's worth, even though Cheffy does have, the fire rod, it might look like he's kind of behind in terms of like checks, compared to Zelga, because Zelga's already done all this stuff already. Keep in mind that Cheffy has already done Aga Tower, and it was a very long Aga Tower, like very long Aga Tower.
Nice sword inside of that big chest. Okay, you feel good about having the big key for that?
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Never gonna turn down temporary.
Flippers.
All of this is out of logic.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
and we're gonna get our guaranteed key here.
To answer your question, Tofile, so we have not seen Laser Bridge, but we have seen the TR Big Chest entrance on Zelga's side, and Zelga did not have Samaria at the time. So Cheffy can eventually find it on his way. Hopefully, should be soon.
He's gonna find it in just a moment. It's the drop down here.
Okay.
It's not in logic at this point, but
he's thinking. We're thinking.
Sick Kid! What do you got for us, Sick Kid? Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. In this economy, I guess, beggars can't be choosers.
Exactly. Although I like how Zelga now has 5 keys to Cheffy's 1.
1. Is Zelga? No. See, this. If you ever watch Zelga stream, every once in a while he'll say like, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to go to Eastern.
We haven't found the dam yet, Zelga.
We have not.
Nice try.
No.
Nice try.
Oh no. Yeah, the flipper's right. Oh man. Don't worry.
We know what the idea was.
He's already done
We know
Hobo.
exactly what the idea was.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He found the flute and Skullwoods. He's gonna activate it.
Yep.
Yeah. What else? Okay, so he does have Waterfall Ferry as an option, as an entrance that he can actually go to.
And then he can grind money for Zora.
He can. Oh, this is a very long. Oh no, Cheffy. you have Kane. Yes, okay. Yes, you can spare the magic.
Thankfully, we have that because that could have been very problematic otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
We have.
Zelga looks like he might be beelining it back for this Turtle Rock too.
Oh, with Samaria, yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah. So we're gonna be able to get ourselves onto Laser Bridge, as you did mention. Still out of logic. I don't know how many layers out of logic this thing is, because we don't know where the Hera Big Key is. That could be very buried. And Hera's a pendant, but Samaria
where was the Turtle Rock Big Key?
It was very early, like super early. Dark Cross. That's right. Which we had the lamps for. So.
I mean, flippers are definitely out of logic.
Oh, yes.
And
many
Mirror could be Mirror would put Turtle Rock right on in logic actually. Because
we have a way up to Dark Death Mountain, that's right.
Yeah, we have a way to
Our glove?
The super bunny exits on floating island. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is, all questions. It just makes the mirror another ultra playable item, for this mode.
I do like that we're getting simultaneous checks here at Laser Bridge. All right, what do
Mm-hmm.
we got? Clear mouse.
I Money. Okay, I will never turn down money in Retrance. I don't know if Sheffy's going to. Okay, maybe Sheffy will just drink that red potion. Maybe, yeah. We'll get nice, Kana Samaria, on Laser Bridge. That does
Kana Burna,
nothing.
rather.
Burna, yes, I'm sorry, Burna.
And that's a great entrance.
Oh, where are you going, Zelda?
I think Zelga's going crazy right now.
I think he is really trying. Again, he. At the end of the day, or night, in this case, Zelga still has to, go to sleep, right? He needs to not toss and turn with the anxiety, knowing that he caved and went into Eastern Palace if he didn't have another option. Which, his like I said, he's going to his other option right now.
Cheffy is going to Ice Palace.
Currently, Eastern has the Fire Rod, which just unlocks Ice Palace. Not that we can really get that much.
So unfortunate news here for Cheffy.
I'm listening to this unfortunate news.
0 keys.
Oh,
which
no.
means we can't play the Samaria Icebreaker game.
We have no hammer. You're right. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
All right, Zoro, what do we have? Not the bow.
Nothing. Zelga saving his money. Very, very astute.
Oh, wait, we can just push the block after we're done with this. No worries.
Pushing blocks?
Yes, push blocks.
You mean like go the intended way of this room?
Cheffy. Please remember, please note this.
He's
gonna get the spike chest, and then he'll die. And then Zelga will come into Eastern and scream.
Right. That's it. I mean, Zelga, I think.
Pearl, there it is.
What a pearl. What a pearl.
Ha! Game.
That is an amazing location.
You be silly.
Oh my gosh.
You be silly, game.
I can't believe you go get the Fire Rod from Eastern Palace map chest. I wonder if actually Zelga's just gonna leave right after this chest. I don't even know if he's gonna stay. He has been known to not stay in Eastern for any longer than you have to. And then you have to go into hammerless, gloveless Ice Palace to go get your pearl. Yeah, that's great. Alright, maybe Zelga will stay until Compass Chest.
Zelga's staying.
Zelga also does pro direct
I can hear screaming from the Midwest right now.
Yeah. Something.
Oh, right. Cheffy defeated Aga, so we have access here.
I actually wonder. I mean, well, we've seen several connectors over here, but I'm actually wondering, was that like the logical, intended way of?
Who knows?
Like, I mean, are we supposed to have been, defeating Aga, before all this?
Oh,
well, we
damn!
we have
glove!
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Wow.
Oh, game, you be serious, huh?
Yeah, oh my gosh, dude. Suddenly, we have so much access. Now, Cheffy doesn't have the flippers, so it's, so he still can't do Swamp. However, once he does have the flippers, Rick, how do you feel about, going to Swamp without that hammer?
Yes.
Yes, I approve. We even have a sword or two to go with it this time. Now, of course, hammer can also just be in the first or second chest of Swamp, etc., etc. This is, entrance and whatever. But, I'm just saying, like, it could be still a lot of fun.
Hey, we're finding all the take any's now.
Yeah, this is a lot.
All right, Zelga, whistling, going to ice. Yep, going to ice.
Yeah, there's probably not much more he can do. Now for what it's worth, he does have another key. He can continue, I think, onto
Yes.
past, Spike Chest. I don't know if he
And
wants
if
to, yeah.
and if Iced Tea or Freezor has a key item, that's something that Zelga's gonna have as an advantage here.
Mm-hmm. This is actually a good point too. Right, you mentioned very early on, right, that there's like no small key logic, right? You just kind of assume in this case that everything is in logic for you if you have a key. And
Mhm.
Cheffy unfortunately did not, have the opportunity to go and buy more keys before entering Ice Palace, or he didn't, he didn't find
Hi.
one.
There's our other 5-item cave, the mini Muldorm cave. I have to pay 110 rupees to get inside. But what do we get inside? The answer turns out to be... There's our hammer!
I'm suddenly less excited to go to Swamp.
Hey,
Yes.
Clear
Yes,
Mouse?
Rick. Yes, Rick. We have an ice rod too. Are we gonna go beat Trinex?
I think this was an AGA required to get into the Dark World.
You're right.
Because we have not seen the connector over here just yet. Although, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Because we have the old man entrance. We also have the Quarreling Brothers. Both of them got you over to the west side where you can get those flippers out of Skull Woods. So it's not.
But
it sure as hell
okay,
helps
I gotcha.
you.
Oh my gosh, we have a bow. Well, I think we already knew from Zelga's side that Eastern Palace was not single dippable, but the fact that we do have, the amazingly immediate dam, right, to go, you can run straight back over to go find a bow.
Holy, the seed.
Amazing. Oh, and yeah, Cheffy really, no, you were gonna go see the last entrance with the glove. We are not gonna go see the last entrance with the glove.
So yeah, it does turn out to be that Ice Palace double dipped required.
Hmm?
Ew.
Yeah, the beginning has been very awkward. We saw Zelga do his absolute best to try and avoid the single dip of Eastern, or to avoid the double dip of Eastern, and it even seems like right Eastern's required double dip. Ice Palace you mentioned just now is a double dip. We're gonna just hope in this case that Thieves Town is not a required double dip because there is still that big chest item remaining, and we found the dungeon super early with the big key.
You watch your mouth.
You're right. I'm hoping for nothing but the best, for both Zelga and Cheffy.
I mean, I'm hoping for the best too, but it doesn't mean we're gonna get it.
It's true. Alright, looks like Zelga's gonna really try and chase with his pearl. What is he gonna chase? He can't really do it. Oh, he can do like Dig Game, Stumpy.
Yeah. And because he has the flippers, he'll be able to... Oh, nice location for TR left.
Yeah.
Alright, so we just found King's Tomb over here. We're gonna dig, see what fun stuff we get, and...
Looks like Cheffy's gonna go back to TR.
We're actually going to beat TR this time, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna
well, I
beat
mean, we got the fire rod, we got the ice rod, we got the hammer. Well, we don't need the hammer for Trinex in this case, but yeah, we have everything.
Yeah, you want hammer for Trinex in this situation.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, look here. Yeah, it's not required, right? In that you don't, you can at least still damage Trinex with the Master Sword. But yeah, you're right though. You definitely
mirror on the Stumpy.
Ooh, that is a very, very good find for Zelga. It's so convenient too. We're right here at K45. How nice. That is actually going to be really good for... I mean, that can certainly give Zelga a little bit of time back. That he's going to have the mirror over Cheffy. Keep in mind, right? Cheffy is... he got to the Dark World a little bit... Well, in this case, he got to stuff a little bit earlier. But still, that Aga Tower climb and investment, 100% needed. And Zelga still has to go do that at some point. So any amount of time in this case that Zelga can kind of gain over Cheffy, at least in the interim, is going to be very, very helpful for him.
Best game found. What do we have? It's just 5.
We did at least get some money. We earned money, 50 rupees, and another 5 rupees.
So we do have two major caves remaining for items. Technically, actually, I'll call it three.
So we saw Saha? I don't think we saw that.
No, we haven't seen Saha. We have not seen Paradox. We haven't seen any entrance to Paradox.
Oh, you're
And
right.
we're also missing Meyer's Shed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's now that you mention it, we have not seen anything to Paradox. Not, I guess, maybe like uncommon, but also not common either. Because at some point, there are like three connectors over there, right? Surely we have seen one of them by now.
Very solid Trinex fight coming up here for Cheffy, at least for now. Got a hit right there, but Trinex is down. Zelga getting some magic. And what do we get for Trinex?
Red mail. Cheffy's like, where's
Blue
my
mail
mirror?
for Zelga, red mail for Cheffy.
Yeah. Where is my mirror?
Oh, right.
Zelga. Yeah,
Zelga. That's why he's going through this.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he also
does
doesn't
Zelga
have
know
the...
that that's only the first glove. We've already seen the other.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know about the damn glove.
Oh no! I think that was a major oops right there by Cheffy. And Cheffy knows it.
Oh, did he want to go back?
I think he wanted to go back in. He did not realize that now that I've jumped to what... Oh, he does have the glove. Never mind. What am I talking about?
Okay.
What am I talking about?
I literally...
Never mind. It's not that big of a deal.
Zelga talked to the pink ball. I'm like... Okay, you know what? We did it for the text boxes for the extra con exclusive here on Link to the Past Randomizer Ladder channel. We have pink ball text singing the song of its kind. I have no idea what it actually said, but there were like 5 of them.
5 rupees. And we just saw one of our item caves, I think, but I can't remember which one. Oh no, it was Bonk Rocks. Never mind.
Oh,
I just remembered.
All right. Yeah, you actually can see, by the way.
Cheffy did find that one cave that'll go unnamed.
Did he not go through it, Rick?
He went back so he could check this before going through Spiral.
Okay. I fully believe in the value of Spiral Cave. Nice compass to Turtle Rock. I hope
and there's our other sword.
Yeah. Okay. Super nice. We'll see in this case when Zelga gets to Roller Room.
Looks like Zelga's doing the reverse of these two, the mirror side of TR Bridge, and probably doing Agatara right after that.
Yeah. I mean, I think he already feels kind of...
iPod!
Okay, we need 1 key from Pod. Surely out of the 13... No, we'd have the big key. Okay, surely out of the 14 checks, there will be 1 small key somewhere, because we really want that second one to go to Castle Tower so we can full clear out the entire dungeon.
There's also something else that Zelga really wants.
Oh no.
But
I forgot about the bow. How could I forget about
the bow, the hammer? But we're not gonna be able to finish this.
Right.
We're gonna have to make a repeat trip back here.
You are absolutely correct. We don't have... I just saw we had the big key. Normally that's like the bottleneck, but yeah, we kind of need the other, 2 or 3 other main important things. Unfortunately, looks like there was no known value in Spiral Cave other than we were here for the ride. Maybe we won't take a return trip.
Yeah, I think Cheffy right now is just a little flustered, just based on the movement here, because I think he was treating that like he was going to be somewhere else with the result of where that Spiral Cave was going. And I don't know if that was truly the case, but there's been some little weird, I guess I can't really say weird movement, but non-usual movement.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't feel too bad. I mean, yeah, he didn't have the smoothest route in order to get to the Pearl, right? But I mean, and obviously he does not know where Zelga is, because it turns out Zelga has a even worse time because of the fire rod in Eastern Palace. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know because
yeah,
yeah.
and Zelga's gonna have to stomach a return trip here to Pod,
Oh yeah,
which
that's
is a
true.
connector forced trip.
Yeah, that's right. There are a lot of double dips. Some forced, some
Unforced.
yeah, some by routing. Alright, nice temper sword, just be able to slash the Igor down. Free key. I'm actually just wondering in this case how empty Pod's actually gonna be. So Zelga's gonna be able to do, I guess everything except for the boss and the big, actually just the boss, right? And maybe one of the big key chests, like big key chest or harmless hellway, depending on if he wants to save that key. I assume he wants to save the key.
Well, Zelga only needs one key to finish Agate Tower at this point.
Yeah, you know what? He's gonna probably full clear out this whole place. He knows he has to come back, and he'll just come back with additional key. You know, so he's gonna be able to clear out everything minus the boss.
Yeah, he's going to leave here, I would assume, with one key. Because he'll probably just check the big key chest, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And Cheffy's just a little late on the timing either, which we don't know if we need or not.
Yeah, no real eyes yet, I think, on either TR or Meyer medallion entry. We got a big key though too. Oh well, speaking of Meyer.
Meyer, okay.
Have we found Meyer?
No, we have not.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to. Oh, we do need to do Meyer though, so that is a required big key.
Yeah, that was actually a very quick map check, but like, were those like all dungeons in the Dark World? Is that what I saw?
Hey, Saha.
Well, hello. Nice mirror lock, Saha.
But nothing inside. What is our green pendant going to be? Oh, we probably already know. Yeah, we already know it's Skullwoods.
Okay. Oh, right, because he did an earlier map check. Okay, well that means we just know everything. Skullwoods and Ice Palace are our pendants. Okay, we may not have to go back to Ice Palace then. If it's a pendant.
And there's some map check right there from Cheffy. So Cheffy, if he continues on this path, will get the flippers.
Now, I guess like the good thing for Zelga so far is that, you know, the Agate Tower, especially when we saw on Cheffy's side, was ridiculously long. We had a lot of blue balls. Imagine, you know, just kind of sit through. So maybe, you know, it's a good time to kind of, you know, recoup the thoughts, right? Cool down a bit, you know, gather our wits about us. And then maybe he wants to think about what he's gonna do next. I am kind of curious to see if Zelga wants to do Swamp once he finds the dam. Maybe he doesn't find it, you know, after, you know, before he finds the hammer.
Well, considering the fact that the hammer's just around the corner from that, it's
possible. Yeah, you're right. Like, you probably just in this case, yeah.
It makes a lot of sense to complete this route the way that Zelga's doing it and get that hammer.
So, Rick, what do we need for go mode?
Yeah, let's see. Well,
like, do we have everything?
Well, we still got to find Meyer.
Oh, we have to find Meyer. Right. Okay, we have not seen that dungeon.
That's the big thing.
Yes.
In fact, that's the only thing we need.
Yeah, I think we also have access to everything between Cheffy and Zelga, right? So Zelga and Cheffy have two different gloves. Cheffy has one from the dam, which Zelga's gonna go his miss when he eventually gets there, and then Cheffy's missing the one from Floating Islands. This is probably one of the best distances I've seen from Zelga, like, ever. So I think he should be quite proud of this. It's all about personal progress.
So yeah, we may be, well, collectively, we may not need any more items.
Yeah, because we saw that Ether was on Armos, and, you know, collectively we have all three medallions, so then, you know, even the entrances at Meyer and Turtle Rock won't be an issue. We'll have Mist, we'll have Hammer, we'll have Flute, we have Mirror. I mean, you know, we got a lot of stuff here. It looks like actually,
So yeah, all we need to do is figure out where Misery Meyer turned out to be, and that's pretty much it. So we're in collective entrance mode at this point.
That is very interesting. Very interesting development that I was not expecting this. uh, and, and for what it's worth, it seems like, right, at this point, we're like an hour and 15 in. Despite the fact that we had to go into dungeons multiple times, I mean, we're gonna, well, I don't know if they're going to be able to fully avoid GT, but like, if we ever find it, right, I don't think we need anything. Like, it's just gonna be,
That is the weirdest thing ever.
yeah.
Like, how many times could you go through an entrance race without any need whatsoever of digging GT?
Yeah, exactly.
It's unheard of.
I know. There are 27 items in that thing.
You're telling me.
Mm-hmm. I also, I know that Cheffy bought a lot of keys. Like you gotta see in this case the key counter difference between 6 and 1 for Zelga, but still, like the fact that Zelga has 1,000 rupees
At
and
one
Cheffy
point
has
in
1.
time, it was 5-1 in favor of
Mhm.
Zelga, so
True,
it's
true,
been
yeah.
bouncing back and forth who had the key advantage. And
Mhm.
also bear in mind, Zelga wound up going through Palace of Darkness, which ate
Oh,
all
for
of
sure.
his
That's
keys.
right. That's a very good point. Now, okay, Cheffy is here in Swamp. I think he's still looking for stuff, right? He is maybe
Yeah.
still looking for Mirror,
Because
or
he,
does he
yep,
know about Myths?
he does not have mids because he doesn't have the mirror.
Good, very excellent points. Okay, we are gonna in this case full clearing this dungeon. Now, like the main question I have now is depending on what Zelga sequencing is. I mean, if Zelga can, go mode swamp, it's gonna be several minutes probably back
There's
for
Myers Shed,
Zelga.
which we know at this point in time, there's really nothing that can be
Mhm.
found that's going to. Well, there's our
Oh, nice.
logical
Yeah.
Cane Samaria.
Oh, what interest. We're just looking for Meyer at this point. Collectively, we have everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for those
And
of you
this
who
is
may be
gonna.
like, what's up, Rick?
I was going to say this is going to be the 4th dungeon done for Cheffy once they're done with this.
Yeah, fourth crystal dungeon.
4th crystal dungeon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I guess both of these guys did Hera. Hera was there pretty early. All right, this is gonna be Myths and Dam for Zelga, and as you mentioned before earlier, Rick, Mini Moldorm Cave is also just a couple screens away from this place, so Zelga's gonna go get his hammer.
Yeah.
And then once he goes back to Flute Spot 7, he's gonna go get his bow. Yeah, the last glove is on Floating Island, which Cheffy, I'm sure, has seen at this point, and he knows the connector up there, but Mirror is on Stumpy, which Cheffy has not gone to South, or whatever, South Dark World.
And there's still a possibility, I think, that we don't need it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't know where Meyer is, so
Yeah.
there are a lot of entrances that don't have to be myth locked, or mirror locked for that matter. So
Because
we'll see.
there's a few entrances, Clear Mouse, that I don't think we have checked yet. Neither runner has been to the Dark Shopping Mall. So that's 3 entrances right there. I think Zelga checked the Lift Rock outside of Ice Ride Cave, but I'm not 100% certain of that.
Cheffy did for sure. So that was
Okay, so
also
that has been checked. I don't think either runner has checked the Death Mountain Climb entrance in the light.
You are correct, right. Nobody had a glove that early, and then Cheffy didn't have the mirror when he got spat out the Dark World version, and after TR, right? So.
So there are still a few entrances that
We also,
could come
yeah.
into play.
Yeah, do we have a connector over to the Maya area?
No.
Okay, so that's maybe another option. We think it can net us another couple entrances.
Now both.
Oh, didn't we actually? Oh yeah, didn't we also end up finding a connector over to Desert Back? That was also
Yes,
glove
we
locked?
did. That was
Yeah.
The sequence breaking.
Oh right,
through
okay. Yes. Oh, supposed through Spec Rock. Yeah.
Spec Rock top. Yeah.
Right.
So not legal, but
Yes.
it is possible. So think this is gonna be our first check of dark potion shop.
Yeah, dark potion shop. I guess we're gonna go on to catfish.
Or
We're
not.
not gonna. We're
Nope,
gonna go
this
to
is
dark
dark shop.
shopping mall. This is Rick. But exactly
Nice
what you had mentioned. Yeah.
lifting of the bomb, Zelga. Nice lifting of the bomb.
He's like, do you need help, sir? I am here to give you assistance. I have the best bomb throwing skills.
Thank you
Can't.
so much, Enox. Thank you so much. All right, dark shopping mall. No. And no.
There are a lot of dark entrances though that are here. Dark sanctuary
And no.
and long fairy cave. Okay, are we gonna go back to catfish now in dark potion shop?
Yeah.
Did we put the backup Skullwoods? We have, right? Maybe?
Yeah, Cheffy did its upgrade fairy.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, gotcha.
And Cheffy's about to lose 500 rupees. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, Zelga was fortunate to be.
Paradox!
Oh yeah, sweet. Well, Zelga is. Oh yeah, this is uncomfortable, right, to say the least, because I'm sure Zelga wants to finish Catfish just because he's gonna be even more isolated. I don't know, maybe he's willing to come back through the same entrance, you know, after getting the items.
Well, it's still a
Now,
possibility that it's still a possibility that you need to go through this in order to get to one of your force outs, like for instance, Bumper Ledge, and it could very well be that Myers on the other side.
Very true. That's very true. Yeah. So Cheffy ended up actually saving his, or did a soft reset though, for his money to keep it. I actually did not think that I guess I didn't keep track of how much progress he had actually made, or lack of progress, in terms of things he wants to keep. So at least, okay, this is where all our keys are, by the way, in Paradox and money. We could have really used this in the early game.
But we were gonna get it.
No. Alright, let's see in this case what we have.
Okay,
We
well
found
that...
desert. Let's just, you know what? Guess we're not checking catfish yet. Never mind. We have one more thing that could distract us from going over to the dark world fish.
There's our Bumper Ledge.
All right. Well, I mean, we're looking for stuff. Is this gonna be Meyer?
It is not.
Not Meyer. I was also thinking that Zelga could actually just go get, like, he could find the other boat too. You know, like,
I mean, yeah. He's gonna find Turtle Rock front here because he has not done Trinex. Oh, I forgot about these lift rocks. Speaking of more
connectors.
Connectors we haven't seen yet.
Okay.
Never
right,
mind.
We don't need to go through stuff like this. It's fine.
That eliminates one of our Titan Mids entrances, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I mean, like I said, like you mentioned this kind of like very earlier on before, right? Is if you can eliminate something, you've already checked it, it'll just save you time in the long run. So. Maybe another thing in this case, I might put Cheffy's mind a little bit more at ease, right? You mentioned, we may not ever need the mirror nor the mitts. You know, if we can just, if it just happens to be one of the entrances, we do need the mirror.
Yeah, pod.
Oh, you're right. Okay, we may not need the mitts. So this is at least Cheffy's. He's on his way to Stumpy.
Yeah, he's gonna get this in short order once he makes his route around.
Cheffy doesn't. I don't think he knows about.
I think there's one other entrance that we haven't checked yet. That we're about to.
Did we ever check
Hammer
the
Peg here?
Oh,
the hammer home.
Oh, right, because we had no hammer for a long time.
You
know what? This is okay. Well, we could beat this.
All right.
Could be another. Oh, it's the green pendant though.
It's the green pendant. Cheffy doesn't know this though.
Yeah, I think Saha was also mirror locked, right? That was on the same bridge.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was because. Actually, no, he wasn't.
No,
because you could get to Saha via the hook shot, then drop down to Spiral Cave.
Oh, right. Okay, that's true. Yeah. Okay. You're right. It's not mirror lock, but it's very It's
It's
awkward getting
easier
back
to
there.
do when you have the mirror to check Mimic Cave's entrance, which
Yeah,
we know
for
is
sure.
Pod, so therefore you do need the mirror 100%.
Okay, Zelda, just go and check through spot 7. I know you drained the dam. But Zelda's gonna really try and press these myths, because this is something that he has access to that we haven't seen a connector over here yet.
And maybe Zelga, because of the fact that he couldn't do Aga the first time around, feels like he is behind in this regards. So he's thinking maybe I have to do this in this order.
Maybe, yeah. Now, for what it's worth, Zelga will perpetually tell you that he feels like he's punched. That is
Yeah.
part of his, thing. But in this case, like, I think he has full justification to feel maybe
Clear
he has not
mouse.
played the seed the best way. Yes.
Clear mouse, that is 99 out of 100 the runners in the Link to the Past.
Yeah.
There's
Okay, that's fine.
vanilla!
Nice
Vanilla!
location. Oh.
Mitch
well,
required.
Unless we find another connector over here tomorrow, which I don't think we've seen so far, but you're right though, the myths are gonna be required. So the mirror is Cheffy is gonna have to make his way over to go get the mirror and the myths.
Which he will once he gets this mirror.
Cheffy's like, I already did everything in Turtle Rock. I don't need to be here anymore.
Reflexes.
Oh, this is maybe a little bit unfortunate for Zelda then, because I think in this case, because he's found Meyer, he's going to full clear this dungeon, right? Because he's looking for a bow?
I mean, if he finds a bow, this pays off, and that puts Zelga in go mode.
Yeah, I mean, right, we can always find the other bow here. My outlook is less than optimistic for the other bow to show up here, even though it is a green background dungeon. But I'm not actually sure who has a timer ticking at this point, for them. So Cheffy definitely has one of his requisite items now, so he just needs the mitts from Floating Island. But of course, that being said, Cheffy's already basically taken his time to full clear swamp outside of left side. So, both runners are going to be spending some... Oh no, Cheffy still needs Meyer Big Key. What was Meyer Big Key?
That is a good question to which...
I found it.
We'll get told the answer to this in short
Yeah, somewhere. Man. I like the scout on race game. Alright, looks like Zelda, I assume he skipped Vanilla Big Key chest here in Meyer. The fact that we're here on 6 out of 8 instead of 7 out of 8.
Yeah, Vanilla Big Key chest, yep.
Might have been a pot. Meyer Big Key.
Yeah, it was on the Dark Maze.
Oh, it was in Dark Maze. That's right. Dark Maze top. That's right. It was the... I was thinking the pod was absolutely empty, except for the very last item that Zelda managed to get, which was Dark Maze top. Yes. Ooh. Alright, well, that means that Cheffy's lead, quote unquote, right now is a little bit haphazard. Because
it's hard to gauge.
Yeah, I mean, well, right, the lead is, it might even be questionable. I really don't know who has, maybe, even a slight advantage, because, so Zelda still needs to go, he needs to go get the bow, which I think is easier to come by than what Cheffy still has to go do, which is the mitts, to go get the mitts, and then go get to Meyer, and then go to Pod, and, and what's disincentivizing for Cheffy is that he's already been over to that kind of area because he did Aga Tower early. And then it's on the same connector chain, it's just mirror locked. So I don't know what incentive he has to kind of go over there before other stuff. But I mean, that being said, Cheffy has a dungeon advantage over Zelga, so he doesn't have to go do Swamp Palace and Eastern, which Zelga still has to go do. So
I'll put it this way though: once Zelga finds that bow, he's in go mode.
He is, yeah. I mean, and then yeah, I guess maybe we can mark it that way. Whoever is in go mode first, you know, the other person has a timer on them.
Yeah. And cheffy, that really comes down to doing the mirror checks, getting that mitts that we now know is going to be required.
Yeah, this is a good question. I just actually kind of assumed that cheffy saw them. Definitely Zelga saw them, but he was also up there, so. Yeah. Zelga has the flute too that he sequence broke early.
Yeah, this is a hard one to gauge at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe cheffy's just at this point going, do I need this? Do I need this? And the answer we know is yes. cheffy doesn't know it yet. Because in cheffy's mind, maybe he finds Misery Mire and Pod.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very good point. But if he's waiting to go through dungeons for basically myths to find Mire, I don't know. Does that kind of imply that he hasn't seen the glove on Floating Islands? Because I think at this point, the only thing that he has not seen... Oh, no, he's still looking for Mire Big Key. So I think he's going to continue.
And timer activated.
Yeah.
Zelga is in go mode. And with Eastern and Swamp right next to each other, Zelga is going to be at 6 crystals before you know it.
Yeah, for sure.
So cheffy needs to take this connector now.
You know, you mentioned before you can like hear the frustration, you know, from the Midwest when Zelga had to eventually begrudgingly go into Eastern. You know, I feel like when he flew to 7 and go get the foe, he's like, I could have had this before Mire, you know, and maybe not.
Oh,
yeah.
That was what that sound was.
Oh yeah, You know, it's like the sirens. It's like the sirens equivalent of the Midwest. You know, happens whenever someone plays an entrance or rando seat.
I thought that was the sound of the cows.
Did you ever have a speak and speak, or pull and speak or something like that? You know, as a kid.
Speak and say.
Yeah, speak and say. Yeah, and the cow goes moo. You know, and the. All right, okay, good
And
going,
the
Cheffy.
cow
We got the
goes moo.
Okay, Cheffy. Your job is to find Mire and Pod. All right, we're gonna do this.
Yep, we're gonna check this entrance here. So for those of you who are just tuning in, what cheffy now needs to do is go back to TR Bridge. And that is via the bumper connector that is at Flute 5.
Yeah. What Teletherhouse brought up in chat, though, is a very valid point, in that cheffy is still looking for Mire, right? He's also still looking for Pod, and he's still looking for Mire Big Key. If he finds GT, it is very, very precarious situation for him, so we're just gonna hope that he doesn't. Maybe he's locked behind 7 crystals today. Hopefully.
I hate those seeds that require you to get 7 crystals to beat the seed.
Yeah.
At something at GT, that is.
Oh yeah, especially for entrance seeds, right? It's just like it's one location.
Yes.
Could you not put that location anywhere else?
I mean, I have sat there and lost a race to having to go into Palace of Darkness at GT.
Wow. I'm sorry, Rick.
With the boots inside.
I'm sorry. Oh,
while my opponent does Armo Shake.
Were you in that same seat? Oh, that's very painful. I'm sorry.
It happens. It happens. All right, so Zelga now about ready to finish off with crystal number 6. At this point, I think we can safely say this is Zelga's race.
Yeah.
Because cheffy's missing just too much, and he's about to find things in just the wrong order. This is another part of entrance, is order matters.
Oh yeah, order 100%, 300% matters.
Yes. and Sheffy's gonna find Meyer, and I think at this point is going to feel obligated to checking
I
it
mean,
without
yeah,
the big key.
do you think that the fact that Zelda only had one key, before, like when he found Castle Tower as a bunny, do you think that was a blessing in disguise? I mean, I think Zelda and I'm sure many other people in his situation at the time would just felt terrible. Like, I really wish I had another key, but that got him back into that area, right? And to go beat Aga, and then when he went back, he had the mirror and he was able to find Pod. But
Mhm.
I mean, I don't see Sheffy going back to that connector anytime soon. But I mean, that
And
was something that Zelda had prioritized, like that specific, location for Aga, and I guess like the bridge. So
right, I honestly think the big thing for Zulga is getting that mirror when he did.
mhm.
Because that did put TR Bridge at a bigger priority, and as you just mentioned, because he still had Aga still to do, it increased that he needed to go back there 100%.
Teleport also
Sometimes
required,
things
yeah.
play out in your
And
favor,
yeah,
and you don't even have any
realize it.
idea that it's going to happen.
Yeah, this seed I think has been both a blessing and a curse. Maybe more of a curse, depending on, like, is this a Pyrrhic victory? Assuming Zelda is on the same projection as he is currently. He's gonna go finish up his last dungeon,
At
with his
this point,
pod.
Zelga has the lead.
Yes, yeah. So,
100%.
mhm,
Because he's now on his way to his seventh crystal. Just needs to do that and then go to the tree and defeat Ganon.
that's right.
The
Yeah.
problem for Sheffy is later mirror and now is not going back to TR Bridge to find Pod there.
Yeah, yeah. Right, he's missing. Right, so you do bring. Yeah, so right, like, did also overlook at least the fact that yes, Bombos is also needed for Meyer entry, which is here, which is also mirror locked. So Sheffy, I think, even still needs to, like, he still needs to even go back to that entrance as well, because he hasn't even seen Meyer still.
Yep, that's true, and I forgot about that aspect.
Mm-hmm. All these tiny little things that could lead to. I mean, everything that we forget is gonna be, another,
Sheffy's
minutes worth
early
of.
game was so good. Sheffy's early game was so good. The middle part and now this late part is where it just fell apart for Sheffy. And Zelga was able to have a better late game and as such is now on the path to evening out the record. And
Mm-hmm.
Sheffy's going to be in a really bad position as far as this group is concerned because his remaining race is going to be against Matt.
I've always liked cupcakes. Matt might be a bran muffin person. Just a little bit beefier and slightly scarier than maybe your average pastry.
Well, Matt's definitely a difficult opponent to begin with, but the fact that Matt is sitting here at 2-0 in this group.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, certainly is, I would consider to be a very underrated entrance player. I mean, he's like incredibly, incredibly good, but he doesn't have, I would say, like a reputation for entrance, right? It's like when you think of big name entrance people, maybe his name isn't like the first, or end, place to come in mind. He is very, very good. I mean, he also, for just case in point, right? He took down Zelda in the earlier group match. Okay,
And it
but yeah,
wasn't
do you
that
have?
big of a difference between the two. I mean, it was, what, an 8-minute difference between the two?
Oh, yeah. We have Eastern credit to to a credit the very difference. Okay, yeah. I do see actually Dunko saying in chat. It looks like then it has been determined that if Sheffy if Zelga takes the win over Sheffy, then that means that the other place that's going to remain to advance besides Matt is going to be the winner of Zelga and Arm.
And that makes sense, too,
Mm-hmm.
at that point. And, let's look at our bottles. Let's add a blue potion. Zelga about to fall into Ganon. We're gonna find out where the silvers are. There's probably in GT, which we never saw.
Yeah, yeah. We couldn't even do Armos Shake Storage if we wanted to, Actually, do you have to claim the prize? Yeah, you just right. You have to like not walk out of the dungeon or something. I think it resets. So yes, we could not have done Armos Shake Storage, even
Not
you
without
know.
finding GT, yeah.
No, it's unfortunate. I guess we'll have to wait until next seed for this.
That's fine. The
You know,
less
I was
ass seats,
actually
the better.
I was actually just complaining earlier that and like or observing, excuse me, that all of these entrance seeds or races that have
And
happened in
here we
Invitational so
go.
far.
The Cheffy's making the move that
Oh,
he
he's
should have
finally.
made a few minutes, about 10, 15 minutes ago. At this point, it's too late.
The
Oh,
Silvertongue
behind
Spike Cave.
Spike, Spike Cave. Okay, which we
Yeah, she
did
did find it.
see.
We just happened to be a glove and a hammer away from being able to beat that thing. Yeah, I was actually just thinking, observing that the vast majority of these Retrance seeds have actually taken like over 2 hours, which I was like, is that really normal? And then here we are, Zelda, despite having to dip Eastern Palace twice, is here gonna basically finish, very close to 140, which is, I mean, a remarkably fast time for Retrance. Despite all the things we had to go do, double dip Eastern, we went to partial Ice Palace, we had to go to Pod twice, we had to go to Aga Tower twice, like, there was a lot of backtracking, but, here we are, we still finished.
And Zelga lifts up the sword and it will go to 1-1.
Yeah, it looks like
Get
this
your
is going to
GG's
be
in chat.
big GG's to Zelga. Get your hug emotes and comfort ones for him as well. This is one of the hardest victories he will have ever experienced. All right, looks like Cheffy. That is going to be
And
it for
yep.
him. Big GG's to Cheffy. He, as Rick mentioned before, his early game was actually very solid. When he got into Dark World after Aga was also very, very strong, right? He found so many things so
Yeah.
quickly on the path. It's just like being able to. It was just kind of like finding Mire and finding Pod. That was the
And
bottleneck.
and and that's what entrance can do. You can have such a great early game. You could have the tremendous middle game. It's just when things get towards the back, sometimes they can fall apart. And
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of the case that unfortunately happened to Sheffy here. And sadly, it sounds
Speaking,
like based on what we're hearing from Big Dunka, it's going to be
well,
the end of his road there.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yo, Sheffy. Yeah, we are
Hey.
also, yes, we're joined by Sheffy and Zelga. GG's, guys.
Yo, GG's.
GG.
Yeah, we're kind of breaking it down here, but you at the very beginning had what seemed like the better route, Sheffy, but what were your thoughts? Take me through your thoughts of the first 40 or so minutes when we were trying to figure out what this seed wanted you to do to get Dark World access.
I mean, I assumed it was an ice palace by like the 30-minute mark. And there were no keys anywhere and hardly any money. And I fake flipped to Hookshot Cave and, ended up beating Turtle Rock before I even got into Ice Palace. And I think I just got lucky that I didn't need a key to get the Moon Pearl. But I felt pretty good the first hour of the seed.
Well, by
Yeah, and
contrast, I narrowed it down pretty fast, said it was going to be in Eastern somehow, and I
Well,
tried
Eastern was
really
my
hard.
first thought
Yeah, I
You
tried
when it
you
so
wasn't
hard to
there.
hesitated.
avoid it.
You
And
hesitated before going in.
don't
Just
worry,
just for the
Zelga.
record.
Don't worry, Zelga. We had deduced by about half the time that it took for you to actually get into Eastern that it was Eastern that had the answer, but I was wrong what I thought it was going to be there. But
so the most frustrating part was finding Castle Tower with one key. Because if I had
yep,
two, I just beat it. And then I get
but
the dam pulled as a bunny. And I get my
but
bow and can just one shot Eastern.
But
Of course, I leave my mitts behind, so God knows when I get to there. But it's the principle.
it's also a blessing in disguise because you had to return once you got the mirror, which found you pod, and that was what gave you the advantage over Cheffy here.
That was
Yeah, I
also
was
Meyer
super
Picky.
late to the mirror. I think that was I felt super late to the mirror.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's what led to your undoing on this seed because once you got that mirror, you didn't necessarily prioritize the TR bridge, which kind of just put you behind even further to the point that Zelga had just caught up to you on crystal counts and surpassed you once he got that bow for go mode.
Yeah. Where was the Meyer big key?
It was in the dark maze pod. You were on
Okay,
your
so
way.
I was close to finishing, I guess.
Yeah, I honestly didn't remember where that one was. I
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
it
because
was
that's all
the
I needed for my go mode. I had found Meyer.
Yeah, I remember when I found Pod is when I also went to just go beat Castle Tower, and so after leaving that, I was like, okay, I need hammer, bow, ice rod, find the dam, and find Meyer, and then three of those five are right in the Pod area after doing Castle Tower. So it got on rails pretty quick. I never found Ganon's Tower, and that's exactly where I was going to be trying to look for next until I just managed to remember, hey, I should probably check the dam spot.
Which we never found, and at this point, it's in one of two locations. It's either GT locked behind 7 crystals or hammer pegs.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, Cheffy just nailed some of
Or
these entrances
or
a lot
or
harder than me.
Pyramid Fairy. Pyramid Fairy, that's the other
Or
one.
Pyramid Fairy.
Okay, yeah, yeah, because I still had several entrances left to get to. But I mean, I was probably gonna do Swamp before the GT hunt, but still, I was about to go searching for GT, and I got kind of bailed out by that bow.
Yeah, I felt good.
Yeah,
I had
I'm
two
sorry, go ahead.
keys when I found Castle Tower as a bunny, so that felt really good.
Yeah, little did
Yeah,
you know that the other bow was in Spike Cave, but I mean, it is what it is.
yeah. I don't know when I would have prioritized getting back to that. I would have had to have found Ganon's Tower probably before I got back to that, or all the other entrances checked.
I did love how both of you did get that Canis Samaria out of logic, and then the fact that it turned out to be that you needed the mirror in order to logically get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to push it too hard, kind of because it wasn't in logic, but I was also trying to find any way to not go into Eastern. So at one point, it's just
I
like,
mean,
well, that's the
we
best
know how
option.
you are with Eastern there, Salga. We know how you
Yeah.
are. Just unfortunately at this seed.
and the
Hi.
last one.
You had to double dip me. Logically, you had to double dip me.
Surely it won't be 3 for 3, right?
Yeah, surely it won't be. Surely.
We just see you try very, very hard. I hope you can rest easy at night. You know, sometimes pure victories can be more painful than a loss. But you know, the good news for you is that you do get. It sounds like, according to Dunka, at least moving forward in the tournament, it's going to be the winner between you and Arm, and Matt is has already advanced. So
Okay. Yeah, I thought there might be some tiebreak scenarios somewhere in there, so it's good to know. And we'll have the head to head on Thursday evening.
yeah, big GG's though, Sheffy. Like, I think the fact that you even made it here, this group, I don't know if they're like one specific group of death. They all look like groups of death. The
They're
fact that
all
you made it
tough.
here,
This one seemed
yeah.
especially tough though.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had a close race against Armlex yesterday too, but I think this one would have been within 5 minutes, maybe.
Hmm. Okay. I guess yeah. I'm not sure. Depending on the sequencing of things, it's hard to tell. In fact, actually, even like towards the late game, when you guys were both searching for stuff, it was really even hard to tell like who has who had like the actual edge, right? Because you had a lot of dungeons cleared and stuff, but you're still looking for like Meyer Big Key and like Pod and stuff like that. And Zelga, was still like he had a lot of catching up to do basically from all of the all of the dungeons that you were already completing. I think including Arc Tower at the time. So it's just very hard to figure out. But I think you played very well.
Well,
So
thank you.
it's really really hard to I guess like for some VCs especially, like they can be very very challenging. So
Yeah, I mean that mirror was kind of
mhm.
the bane of my existence for a while. It just slows you down so much when you don't have it too.
Yeah, I definitely agree for that. Yeah, but I mean, I hope you enjoy your time here. I mean, like being able to play, I think Arm and being able to play Zelga, it's um, certainly from my perspective, they're a lot of fun to watch. I mean, hopefully you also enjoyed your time.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Any other thoughts for you guys, or do you have any other thoughts, Rick?
Nothing really from me. Just a big GG's, Cheffy. Especially when I saw that Eastern's required, I kind of had already written it off as a loss. So I'm kind of happy to sneak this one back. And yeah, thank you, Rick. Thank you, Clearmouse. Thank you, Dunka. That's about it for me.
Yeah, thanks guys. It was definitely fun playing. I'll play Matt for fun on Thursday, I guess. But
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, if he like everybody here, I think in this group, that yourself included, I think it's just like super chill and like very fun. I mean, so like imagine having fun playing rando, right? So I think it should be like just
exactly,
a good time in general. So
for sure.
yeah. Well, certainly, yeah, and enjoy yourself, have fun. And best of luck for you. Zelga for tournament stance. Thank you so much, Rick, for agreeing to stay up basically pretty late for you since you're already up at like 4 a.m. this morning or something.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I get to call a good fun race with two wonderful runners and do it with a wonderful commentator partner. So
Mhm.
thank you for asking. And GG to the runners. And thank you to Big Dunka for restreaming this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Donka. I am a little miffed that we couldn't get dinner as well, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. uh, but yeah, as Dunka also pointed out in chat, we have so it looks like actually the three-way tiebreaker in Group A. I think that's Jejo, Late Bit. Okay, let me just check one sec. And Specs. Okay, JJ Latebit and Specs are having a three-way tiebreaker. Pretty brutal, at least tournament format wise. Three people go in, only one person advances, and so that's going to be Thursday night. I think 6:30 p.m. Eastern, along with that right. Zelga versus Arm, which is 7 p.m. And Matt's playing Cheffy at 8:30, and then I think there's also Telethar versus Zap at 9 p.m. So we'll see. Dunka will make the ultimate decision as to what gets restreamed. It sounds like at least one of them's gonna happen. So till then, have a good rest of your evening, everyone, and we'll see you back in here in a couple days.